Dancing cats, talking unicorns, we've seen it all and we're bored. We're fed up with the AI slop. Just in time, AI's moved on to proper storytelling tools where we can really tell stories with AI. This is because we've got a new generation of really cool video tools like VO3, which I'm going to use here. And secondly, some really clever workarounds. Cleverer than me, I'm going to refer you to the people who thought them up in a moment. So let's get started. The key thing here is generating consistent characters. What we do when we're making a documentary or any kind of video, we usually have a master interview and then we cover that with relevant shots. The relevant shots are often of the person that we've interviewed. If you can't create shots of the person that you've interviewed, you're kind of at a loss, and that's why we've just been lazy and made pictures of dancing cats. So let's get stuck in. The first thing I'm going to do is to get that master interview. Google's VO3, which we're using here, does do voice, but only in 8-second chunks. So it's much easier to go to an avatar generator for our master interview video. So let's dive into Heygen and let's find the avatar. This looks like a nice young man. I think we could make him work for our film. Nice background too. I could change it, but I don't really need to. You've got a number of choices here when it comes to the voice. I've created a voice in 11 Labs and uploaded it to the avatar. You could record your own voice or take one of the big library of voices that they've got on Heygen. Now I've got the voice and the avatar. I just click generate and that'll give me a lip-synced master interview for my film.
I just felt very, very sad a lot of the time.
Next, I'm going to go into the editing software, that's Da Vinci Resolve, and drop the avatar onto the timeline. And then I start thinking what pictures I'm going to use to cover it. The first picture I'm going to generate is going to be of the man Bojan walking across a desolate moor looking depressed. So I need to generate a prompt that's going to describe the character well enough that in every picture I create, he's going to look like the man in the master interview. The way to do this is to grab a screenshot of Bojan, put that into Gemini and ask Gemini to describe it in a way that VO3 will understand. You can do this yourself or you can create a Gemini gem. I'm not going to go into what that is, but if you go to the video in the description from Franklin AI, he'll explain how to do it and he'll automate this process of prompting. Once you've got the character description, you need to direct the scene as if you're directing a movie. You need to know how the camera's moving, how the subject's moving, you need to know the lighting, you need to know things like depth of field, and you need to describe the scene and the surroundings as well as you can. It's a bit of a leap of imagination, and you're not going to get it right every time. Also important, you're going to have to write no dialogue, because if you don't do that, VO3 might add dialogue and you've already got the dialogue. You can now ask Gemini to generate a prompt, and that'll be a little paragraph that you can cut and paste into VO3 to create your video. I use Flow because you can upscale to HD on that, and it gives you a number of option videos that are generated at the same time. Obviously that costs money, but it saves time to get 2 or 3 options at the same time. As you can see here, I've got a number of different shots of the same character walking across the moor, and then when we get a little bit more hopeful at the end, the sun comes out and he sits down on the bench. Love the shot of him sitting down on the bench here, an example of when it just doesn't work. When you've got a video you're happy with, you just export, drop it into your timeline and start building your story. You do need to use a lot of prompts here. It's not quick. You'll have to re-prompt several times. You can see here's one where I forgot to describe the subject's clothing and he's walking in a t-shirt through the rain, which isn't very sensible. So that's the basics of how you do it. You've got to keep trying and trying and trying until you get the shots you want in the video you want. I hope you can like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends and colleagues. I'd love to talk to anyone involved in doing this kind of work and build a kind of community of AI filmmakers around me. I look forward to seeing you next week when I'll have another video. I'm going to be doing more of this and experimenting more.